Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins with today's daily free sports pick. All right, so we got a win yesterday, guys. Monday Night Football, big win. Moneyline win, the best kind of win. We had Oakland at home, plus 130, 135, whatever you got it at. I actually went up to 140 at one point. Outright winner, guys. If you watched the game, more importantly, what you saw in that game is what you heard. Did you guys hear it? Did you watch the first game and then compare it to the second game? Did you hear the crowd in that game? Did you see the intensity of the players in that game? This was Oakland's playoff game. Don't kid yourself. Oakland's not making the playoffs. This was their playoff game. As I said in yesterday's video, guys, when I made the pick, they have something to prove, okay? All the talk has been about Antonio and how he, left the team, blah, blah, blah. And, they can't win without him. They went from being a favorite to a 3-point dog. I told you guys the public overreacts to that kind of stuff. Oakland saw that, guys. There's 16 coaches on that team. 56 players, including a practice squad. And almost 57,000 people in that fans in the stand, guys, and every single one of them was disrespected, okay? You could hear it. You could see it on the field in the way that they played defense. You could see the crispness of the way they ran their routes. This was their Super Bowl, guys. They're not going to make the playoffs. Zero chance. This was their Super Bowl, guys. This was the chance to prove everybody wrong on the national stage on Monday Night Football. It couldn't have worked out any better. They could have got buried in a, 1 p.m. Sunday game, but no, they had the spotlight on Monday Night Football when Brown left them high and dry and went to the Pats, and they had something to prove, guys. And I said it yesterday, and they did that. They proved it tonight, okay? The public overreacted. And as I said, more important than any, matchups of, offense versus defense and this and that. Vegas goes through all that stuff, guys. They know that. More importantly than that is a psychology aspect to it, okay? The psychological aspect is more important than that, guys. So hopefully made up a little bit for yesterday. Yesterday, like I said, we were 0-2. We got our Thursday money line winner, plus 150 with Green Bay. 0-2 yesterday. We get a nice money line win today. If Carolina doesn't fumble the ball 3 times, two fumbles, interception, whatever. They turned the ball over 3 times. If they don't do that, guys, we could easily be 3-1 with 2 huge money line winners. But that's neither here nor there, guys. We got the win tonight. It's important though, guys. It's probably going to be a little bit longer video. Fast forward if you have no interest in learning more about how to actually sports bet and you just want my free picks. But the psychology aspect of NFL, guys, is so important. It's so important, okay? And I've said this now in a number of videos. It's not good enough just to look at the stats, okay? Vegas does that, guys, okay? They're, I'm sorry to say, no matter what you're doing and looking at stats, Vegas is way in front of you when they're setting these lines, way in front of you, okay? Because above and beyond the stats, they talk to people. They know people. People call them. There's tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars at stake. You don't think that they got guys calling them on payroll? 100% they do, guys. If you look at Billy Walters, if you don't know who Billy Walters is, and you're sports betting, you really need to look this guy up. And he's got there's a good video online about, who and what he is. But he's the legend of sports betting. Bottom line, they don't really cover it. But bottom line, what he did was 2 things. He was a pioneer in terms of computers. Back when Vegas had still 15 guys in a room trying to figure out lines, he was using computers. And the second thing he had was he had a network of people. And what I mean by network of people is he had networks of people at small schools. He called up an equipment manager at a small college, Buffalo State or Canisius College or whatever. He called up an equipment manager under the false pretense of saying, oh yeah, I got some stuff I'd like to sell an equipment manager. So the equipment manager answers the phone. He's like, yeah, what can I help you with? He says, okay, I'm actually not selling anything. My name is Billy Walters. I'm a professional sports bettor, and I pay for information. Okay? You're an equipment manager. I don't know what you make in a year. I'm not making any assumptions, but If you can get me some bona fide information, actual information that checks out, that's worth 10 grand to me. So you have my number. You call me when you have something legit. If you sell me something and it turns out not to be legit, we don't do business again. But if you sell me some legit information, quarterbacks hungover, whatever. I mean, there's a million different things. Like I throw that as an example. Some college quarterbacks do come hungover, but that's what he did, guys, because he understood the value of information. Okay, and that's what Vegas has. Vegas has an endless network of information that's always coming in, always. So they're in front of it. Whatever you think you know, Vegas knows. Okay, so at the end of the day, guys, in NFL especially, psychology is huge, okay? It's the psychology not only of the game, but of the betting public. Understanding, where's the money going in this game? Just so you guys know, it actually went up to 74%. 74% of the money line money in this game went on Denver. And that's the psychology aspect, okay? The psychology of this is you had this, a huge signing, all these expectations of everything, and the guy, screws the team over and leaves. So everyone runs out and bets the opposite way. Well, that, hugely impacts their team. But let's dig deeper than that, guys. Okay, he disrespected everyone in that organization, top to bottom. You knew they were going to come out, okay? You knew they were going to come out today and play their hearts out, guys. They have nothing, everyone starts the season fresh, 0-0. And yeah, sure, anyone is a shot at the playoffs. But Oakland knows they're in the process of rebuilding. They got some good young talent in that team. Really good draft picks over the past few years. But at the end of the day, deep down inside their hearts, they know they're not going to win a Super Bowl this year. And tonight was their Super Bowl, guys, okay? And you saw the passion on the field. You heard it in the stands, guys. This was their Super Bowl, okay? And they won it tonight. So it's really, really important when you guys are betting on especially NFL, because NFL is the highest bet sport in North America, and Vegas spends so much time making sure their lines are correct. Not correct to what the actual outcome will be, but correct to get the public on the wrong side of the games. That you need to look past the numbers, okay? Don't let Vegas tell you guys who the favorite in a game is, okay? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If Vegas sets a line on a game and says this team is -3, everyone says, oh, they're the favorite. But are they? You have to really think about that. Are they? Oakland opened up as a favorite in this, okay? And, shit happened during the week, and Denver became the favorite. But were they actually the favorite in this? As I said going in, guys, I figure on my module said 48 to 50% of the time that this was going to be a win for Oakland. But as I said, guys, there's variables in this, okay, that go deeper than that. So anyways, I'm going to leave it alone. I think, I know you guys came here for a free pick, but I think this is really important stuff, okay? It's important going forward that you guys understand the different aspects of NFL football. NFL is so much more complex than any other sport, where you can't just look at matchups. You can't say, oh, I like this quarterbacks to better than their secondary and all that, okay? Because Vegas has done that, guys. The lines are correct, okay? But they're not correct to the actual outcome of the game. They're correct to where Vegas wants you to bet. All right? So we'll leave it at that, guys. I'm going to throw out today's free pick. So today's free pick, guys, no football today, but that doesn't matter because we're taking the best play anyways. But we're back at baseball, guys. Texas Rangers game in Texas. Right now, unfortunately, the line has dropped to 9. We like the under in this game, guys. There's quite a few reasons we like the under, but in this particular case, we have a nice, strong, steady 10 to 12 mile an hour wind blowing straight in, and Arlington is an over stadium. It is. Arlington, just because of the temperatures and the air density index, it's an over stadium. But when you get certain conditions in Arlington, it's an under stadium. It's one of those changing stadiums. Not like Colorado, where Colorado is always just, an over stadium. Balls fly out left, right, and center. Every once in a while, Texas is an under stadium. And today is one of those days where Texas is an under stadium. Okay. So right now, you can get, and this line can move wildly because there's been a ton of money coming in on the under, and the line opened at 10, and I really, really, really wanted it at 10. Even I didn't get it at 10. I got it at 9.5, and now the line has dropped to 9. It's definitely not going to 8.5. I can guarantee you that because you're not going to see 8.5 in Texas. So this now becomes a bit of a waiting game. But here's what I recommend. So my play is in the Texas game under 9.5, and under 9.5. You can buy that line to, I would say -1.6. I'll give you the exact number. To -117. Okay, that's like kind of threshold. You can buy 9.5 at -117. Wait for it to come in, guys. I don't want to play it at 9. Okay, I want to play it at 9.5. If you can't get this game at under 9.5 at -117 or better, you're not going to play a game today. Okay? Because this, like, again, guys, this goes back to what I said about, the control and the aspect. Okay, we don't have to play all the time. Let's hope that, we get a bunch of public money. I mean, the sharps are all over the under in this. It's pretty clear. It's 50-50 down the middle right now where people are betting. 70% of the money's on the under. I think there's enough people in the general public think, lots of games go over in Texas, I'll play the over. So we might see that line come back up to 9.5. So this becomes a patience game, guys, okay? It becomes patience. So we're not going to play 9. We're only playing under 9.5. And we're only playing if we can get that line at -117 or better. I would personally wait on it, guys. See what happens to the line. See if some public money comes in, if the line moves to 9.5. If it doesn't, sit one out. That's it. So that's today's play, guys. Texas, under 9.5. I've said it 1,000 times. You guys know exactly it. So if you don't remember, back it up.